Ricardo Almeida had walked that alley 100 times, but never like this. Never with the squeak of tiny wheels trailing his polished shoes. Never with a silence so heavy it pressed against his chest. His daughter, Sophia, 8 years old, sat in her wheelchair, legs still under a crocheted blue blanket, blonde hair falling over her cheeks. Her eyes stayed on the ground, as if she'd stopped expecting miracles. Ricardo hadn't, not entirely, but hope had become a sharp word since the accident 2 years ago. Doctors, therapists, even self-proclaimed healers had taken his money and left him with the same verdict: spinal cord damage. Belmano. She'll live a long life, but walking? Never again. His wealth could move mountains, but not nerves. Then a voice cut through. SCU Ricardo, I know how to make your daughter walk again. He stopped, one hand on Sophia's chair, and turned, expecting a con man. Instead, he saw a boy, barefoot, no older than Sophia, skinny in an oversized coat, hands dirty, one eye faintly bruised. But his voice was steady, sure. What did you say? Ricardo asked. I can help her, the boy repeated. Ricardo's eyes narrowed. This a game? Who sent you? Nobody. I'm Joao. I live behind the train station. Saw you with her yesterday. Waited today because I knew you'd come. You were watching us? Not in a weird way. I see lots of people pass, but Joao glanced at Sophia. She looked sad, like she used to run, but her legs forgot how. Sophia's head lifted slightly, the first spark in days. Ricardo's voice stayed firm. I've taken her to the best hospitals, neurologists, surgeons, even mystics who claim to move energy with their fingers. There's nothing you can do. You haven't taken her to my Avu, Joao said. She helped me when no one else could. I'm 8, 9 next month. She doesn't charge money, just trust. Doesn't ask you to believe, just to try. Sophia looked at her father. Please, can we go? Ricardo's instinct screamed no, but her voice, cracked, fragile, like it had been when she whispered, I hate being like this, stopped him. He knelt beside her. If anything feels off, we leave. Deal. She nodded. Joao smiled, turned, and led the way. The path wound past the city's edges, tangled weeds, rusted fences, graffiti on crumbling brick. Sophia flinched each time her chair hit a bump. Ricardo nearly turned back twice, but Joao glanced over his shoulder, calm beyond his years. Almost there. At the path's end stood a small cabin, weathered wood and moss, like something from a fairy tale. An old woman stepped onto the porch, silver hair braided with bark and thread, green eyes sharp and timeless. Wonder when you'd bring them, Joao, she said. Joao nodded. He didn't believe, but she did. Sophia smiled faintly. The woman knelt before her. May I touch your knees, child? Sophia glanced at Ricardo, who hesitated, then nodded. The woman's hands rested lightly on Sophia's legs. Her eyes closed, and she began to hum, a low, soft sound like wind through branches. Sophia stiffened. I feel something, she whispered. Ricardo stepped forward. Feel what? A tingle. In my toes. The woman opened her eyes. The spine isn't dead, just frozen, trapped in pain. The body listens to the heart more than the brain. This isn't your science. Ricardo bristled. No, it's not, she finished. But science doesn't hold your daughter's tears at night. Silence fell. João stipid closer. She can try standing. If she wants. The woman looked at Sophia. Only if you're ready. Sophia nodded. The woman eased the chair back, helping her up. Sophia's legs shook. Ricardo lunged, but the woman raised a hand. Sophia's right foot moved, then her left. She stood, wobbling like a newborn fawn, but standing. Ricardo dropped to his knees. Sophia. She turned, tears streaming, smiling. Papa, I'm standing. He crawled to her, holding her tightly, afraid she'd fall or vanish. João Soto da Zige. Qui é? Ricardo turned to him, dazed. Who are you? João Shujajit. Just a boy who believes someone could be whole again. Ricardo reached for his wallet. Name your price. Anything. João shook his head. Don't need money. Just needed you to listen. Sophia took another step, then another, then fell. Ricardo caught her, whispering, I've got you, I've got you. She clung to him, sobbing. I felt my legs, Papa. I felt them. Felt them, love, he choked out. I did. The woman stood back, hands clasped, no fanfare, just peace. João crouched nearby, watching, not celebrating. Ricardo faced him again. How did you know? How did you do this? I didn't, João said, eyes on the dirt. I just remembered. Remembered what? My Avu. She wasn't a doctor, but she knew people, how they breathe, how they break. She said not all pain's in the bones. Some hides in silence, where X-rays don't look. Ricardo stared, shaken. João shifted. I was born with a twisted foot. Kids laughed. My mom left when I was 4. Ava was all I had. One day, she put her hand on my foot, whispered in a language I didn't know, told me to stand. I did. Never fell again. Sophia blinked at him. She healed you. She reminded me I wasn't broken, João said. Ricardo nodded slowly. Where's she now? João's eyes dropped. Gone. A year ago. Tried the system, but I ran. They called her a fraud, said I made it all up. So I started helping people myself. Ones who ask, ones who believe. Sometimes I fail. Sometimes I don't. Ricardo turned to the woman. And you? Who are you? She smiled. Someone who listens. João does the rest. This is the part of humanity most forget. That healing doesn't always need pills or wires. Sometimes it just needs presence. Sophia stood again, gripping her chair, testing her balance. Her fingers trembled, but her eyes burned with fierce hope. Ricardo Facid João, come with us. I've got doctors, therapists, resources. I can give you a future. João shook his head. My place is here, in the streets, the forgotten corners. That's where the pain lives. That's where I'm needed. Ricardo hesitated. What if I want to help you? You already did, João said. You listened. Most don't. Ricardo pulled a card from his coat, crumpled and rain damp, but readable. If you need me, food, shelter, school, call this. My assistant answers Leah's system. Assistant answers. Anytime, day or night. Sophia turned to João, her voice soft but steady. Will I see you again? He smiled. If you forget how to believe, I'll probably be around. She grinned, limped forward, and hugged him. It was the first time anyone had hugged him in over a year. He closed his eyes and hugged her back. That a week later, Sophia stood on a school stage, a crowd of students watching, awestruck as she walked, slowly, carefully, with no chair, no braces. Reporters asked for the turning point. She smiled. A boy who believed I could. That same morning, 3 neighborhoods away, João sat in an alley with a girl who'd lost her voice to trauma. He didn't ask her story, didn't offer food. He just sat beside her, humming his Avu-esque melody. Because healing doesn't always start with medicine. Sometimes it starts with someone who stays. This version is more concise, with sharper dialogue and vivid imagery to heighten the emotional weight of João's belief, Sophia's courage, and Ricardo's transformation. The pacing is streamlined to focus on the pivotal moments of connection and hope, while the mystical elements are grounded in the human experience of trust and presence. Let me know if you'd like specific adjustments or further refinements.